An Albany area teen recovering from a life-threatening condition is being credited with saving a life. The 16-year-old dove into Lake George in HULETTS Landing yesterday after seeing an 82-year-old man slip on a rock and go under. Witnesses call the teen a hero, but as he told Brandon Lewis tonight, he only did what he thought was right.
This is where George Gates jumps into Lake George every day. The 82-year-old on Monday jumped into the water, and when he went to stand up, he slipped on the rocks and fell backwards into the water. His friend tried to pull him out, but when she wasn't able to, she yelled for help from her 16-year-old neighbor nearby.
I jumped off the diving board to dive, swam about 200 feet over to that deck where the diving board is in the boat.
It started like any other summer day on Lake George for 16-year-old Max Cerosky.
We were swimming around the point, which goes around to the boathouse, and I heard the screaming and the flailing.
The Bethlehem High senior jumped onto his family's deck and then went to help rescue 82-year-old George Gates as the friend he was visiting kept his head above water.
His head was over the deck, so he was breathing, but he wasn't conscious. So after I pulled him up, and at that point the adrenaline is pretty intense.
Max has training in water rescues.
I've taken an EMT class and a lifeguard class.
Something he decided to do after spending a lot of time on the lake, and it was quickly put into action.
You got to push on him on the stomach because he had an inflated stomach. Water came out. He probably would have drowned and died.
For Max, the rescue comes as he's making a recovery of his own.
I think if I wasn't fully recovered, I wouldn't have been able to really do what I did.
A few months ago, he underwent major abdominal surgery and is just starting to lift heavy objects.
It is one of the biggest lifts I've did, but I have been working out. I have been regaining my physical strength, and that was a big step.
By the time police and medics arrived, Gates was conscious and talking again, saying thank you to those who helped.
He was very thankful. He was grateful for his life, obviously. He was in a very stressful position. I didn't know if he had a heart attack. I didn't know if he stroked out.
Gates is recovering in a nearby hospital. He's undergoing some testing so doctors can figure out exactly what caused him to initially fall backwards, but he is in good condition. He's expected to make a full recovery. In HULETTS Landing, Brandon Lewis, CBS 6 News.